made a cat girl VTuber.
Oh yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's also a fae goddess with a cat sidekick that rules over a portion of the fae realm. She has sakura flowers.
What? Hi, my name is Riao, and this is Vent Tea, where I spill the tea about topics that are important to me. Little disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion. I'm allowed to have it, my therapist said so. Who remembers the original character wars of our youth, of crying on Tumblr that
Susie stole my OC because my OC is a purple-haired version of Sailor Moon and her OC is a green-haired version.
no, just me? Great, I feel old. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but I'm here to tell you that it's actually kind of gross. And the VTubing scene, or honestly any creative scene, is rife with imitation. And I'm sure, especially the VTubing scene, will continue to see it long into the future. Well past the point where VTubing becomes who can biologically change their appearance to have actual anime catgirl ears. Yeah. The issue becomes that some people haven't learned that there's a line between taking inspiration and just flat out copying. Mind you, this is on both sides of the creative conversation, those that are doing the copying and those that are accusing others of copying. The problem is that line isn't a fixed point, but there are some limits, and I'm begging y'all to learn some common sense. Having the same ears, the same tail, the same flowers, the same tattoos, the same markings, yeah, that's copying. You're just flat out copying someone else's OC. Worse, when you're talking about a VTuber, you're also copying someone else's brand, which can potentially get you in legal trouble if they're a corporate VTuber. Also, if I see one more Sakura Kitsune Fox or
VTuber
with floppy ears, I might scream. There comes a point, though, where you can't get lost in the details. I saw an artist the other day worrying that someone was copying their asset because the hand was posed the same way, and they took it to a public forum instead of privately asking their peers for their opinion. Many people pointed out that the hand was in a position that would typically be used in that same asset, and, well, it's just a bad look to go to Twitter and blame someone of copying a small portion of a pose in a public space. So, where's the line? Where is the line in the sand that will make it so that you, the person watching this video, can continue on and not worry that you're copying something? I can't give you the definite line, but I can give you some guidelines. I've been there before. I've had this talk with myself that I was worried that I was copying people, so I have a little bit of wisdom when it comes to all of this. Also, thank you to all of my friends who were so patient with me during this process, and especially the one that I so very nervously went to ask if I could also have flower tattoos. You know who you are. Let's go over the big guideline first. If your design is at least 75% recognizable as having taken inspiration, quote unquote, from another creator, you need to change things up. You can absolutely take inspiration from others, but you need to make it your own afterwards. So let's go over an example that maybe this will help you all define that line for your own personal tastes. Let's say you absolutely want to make a dragon character because you watch this dragon VTuber and you absolutely love the art for it, and you particularly fixate on the tail first, and you want a tail for your character too. Maybe you even want just that tail. Okay, but why? Why that tail? Study what you like about it. Is it the shape? Is it the color or pattern? Is it the texture? Note these things down and see if you can make that tail your own by incorporating what you loved about it, but also other things you love. You like that shape? Okay, change the color into your favorite color. It's not that hard. When we're talking about taking inspiration, also make sure that you're only taking one piece of inspiration from one source and finding other sources to complement it. You figured out how to make that tail your own? Okay, well, what about like horns or antlers that you can find to go along with the tail design that aren't from the same original source? Shop around, explore, and for the love of the gods, take your fluffing time. Gather up your references, your inspirations. Credit the artists you reference because your artists are going to thank you. Mash them all together in a design document. Take a long, long time on this step. Let it stew. Run it by trusted friends if you want. Tweak it multiple times until it's something you love. Because trust me, you'll have so much more fun if this is for you and not a copy of someone else. I'm Riao. This has been Venti. Oh, and don't intentionally copy someone else's personality, accent, or character lore. That's just freaking gross.